Hi, seventh grade. It's Mr. Smith here. Just want to say hello and introduce you to today's lesson. But before we get started, I want to talk about the spring break quiz. It was fun to read all of your responses. Here are some highlights. Some of the things that a lot of people are reading right now: Harry Potter, The Hate You Give, Naruto, the book Wonder. That's my wife's favorite book. A lot of you said you've been reading text messages over the break. Is that it? Try to find a book that you really enjoy and start reading it while you've got this extra time at home. Um, some of your hobbies, you talked about going outside, video games, Netflix. You get a thumbs up for all of that. Those are all great ways to spend time with yourself, spend time with others, family members, whatnot. Food. A lot of people ate pancakes over the break. Delicious. Chick-fil-A was another popular one. Mochi was kind of a unique choice that somebody said. And then somebody had a great description of mac and cheese that their mom made them. So that sounds all really great. All right, let's get started on our lesson today. So another one of my favorite books here, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, written by C.S. Lewis. Great book. And the first chapter talks about these four children that come across a wardrobe, which is kind of like a wooden closet thing. It's kind of like a large place where you would hang coats. And so Lucy, one of the characters, discovers this wardrobe. So let's take a look at these three sentences here. There was nothing Lucy liked so much as the smell and feel of fur. Then she noticed that there was something crunching under her feet. Lucy felt a little frightened, but she was very inquisitive and excited as well. Okay, this is Lucy basically discovering the closet here, and there were a bunch of fur coats hanging up. So the first sentence, there was nothing Lucy liked so much as the smell and feel of fur. Is this a simple or a compound sentence? This is a simple sentence. Let's write simple here. Number two, then she noticed that there was something crunching over her feet. Again, another simple sentence. Lucy felt a little frightened, but she felt very inquisitive and excited as well. Could have guessed it. This is a compound sentence. Let's talk about what makes these simple, what makes these compound. Let's scroll down here and look at our key points for today. Okay. You see these little people high-fiving? Yep, this is showing a relationship. So a compound sentence shows a relationship between two ideas, okay? It's got two complete ideas, all right? So let's go back up here. Lucy felt a little frightened. Idea number one. Who or what is that idea about? Lucy. What action? Felt. That's idea number one. But also, right, she felt very inquisitive and excited as well. Idea number two. Okay, so there's a relationship between these ideas. She felt scared, she felt frightened, but she also felt kind of excited, kind of inquisitive as well. So this has two complete ideas, and you might have noticed that there is a conjunction here. Let's highlight that blue. But she felt very inquisitive and excited as well. So, one thing to keep in mind with compound sentences is that you need to make sure your fanboy creates the right relationship, right? So, in this instance, the relationship here was opposite. She felt frightened, but she also felt excited. Okay, so you need to make sure your fanboy matches. You also need to make sure that you're using a comma and a conjunction to separate complete sentences. If you look at this is a complete idea. Lucy felt a little frightened. She felt very inquisitive and excited as well. Okay. If you look up here, there was nothing Lucy liked so much as the smell and feel of fur. That's one complete idea, right? It's talking about Lucy. What about Lucy? She liked the smell of and feel of fur. Number two, one complete idea makes it a simple sentence. Then she noticed that there was something crunching under her feet. Okay. Let's go down and practice a couple more. Danny cleaned the pool, but he didn't replace the filters. Okay, so let's highlight the conjunction. But Danny cleaned the pool. One complete idea. He didn't replace the filters. So compound sentences are really important for writers because you get to join ideas together and make meaning, make stronger meaning to your readers. Okay, so it's when you want to really show the connection between ideas to your readers. We watch the children play in the park, and Sharon helps them up and down the slide. We watch the children play in the park. That's a complete idea. Sharon helps them up and down the slide. That's a complete idea. Okay. And there. All right. Now let's look back here. Here I want to combine two sentences. Okay. Before we do that, let me show you this image here. I really love this handout here because it shows you all of the different fanboys, right? And it shows you how you might use these fanboys. So let's look at 4, which is one that we don't use very often. 4 is when you want to show a reason. Fans love to watch Ang. He dances beautifully. Fans love to watch Aang, for he dances beautifully, right? So why do they love to watch Aang? Because he dances beautifully. So the fanboy 4 is when you want to show a reason for something. All right, let's look at the fanboy and. This is when you have an addition to something. Ange appears on stage with a giant fan. People are captivated by his creative and magical performance. So Ange appears on stage with a giant fan, and people are captivated by his creative and magical performance, right? So this is like when you have an addition of something you want to say. Nor. This is one where you want to show a disjunction. He doesn't dance in the traditional way. He doesn't want to. He doesn't dance in the traditional way, nor does he want to. But this is one you're all familiar with using. His technique is very precise. The effect is breezy. Okay? His technique is very precise, but the effect is breezy. So very precise and breezy are like opposites. So it's showing a contrast. Oh, let's highlight that right there. Or option, alternative, disjunction. He can relax an audience with the easy flow of his movement. He can shock them with the vibrant color change of his fan and costume. So he can relax an audience with the easy flow of his movement, or he can shock them with a vibrant color change of his fan and costume. So on one hand, he can relax them. On the other hand, he can shock them. So it shows like an option. Yet is a concession, a non-cause effect. Other dancers try to imitate his style. They have not succeeded. Other dancers try to imitate his style, yet they have not succeeded. And then so is a result or a cause and effect. He is imaginative and talented. He will attract fans for many years to come. He is imaginative and talented, so he will attract fans for many years to come. So this is like a cause and effect. It was a result. He is imaginative and talented, so he will attract fans for many years to come. All right, I'm going to post this handout in Google Classroom so you can refer back to it for the time being. So let's combine these sentences together. Dogs make good pets. I prefer cats. Okay, this is showing sort of like a opposite. So you could use the fanboy but. So dogs make good pets, comma, but I prefer cats. Number 2. Do you want to go out tonight? Would you rather stay home? Okay, so this is kind of showing that option. So which fanboy would you use here? Do you remember? Or do you want to go out tonight? or would you rather stay home? All right, guys, I want you to complete exercise 1, 2, and 3 in Google Classroom. It's labeled compound sentence practice. Now, I'm going to be going into your classwork and I'm going to spot check. I'm going to spot check 3 different sentences. I'm not going to tell you which ones I'm going to check. So I want you to do them all and do them to the best of your ability. And then I'll give you feedback on those 3 to make sure that you did it correct. All right, guys, good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.